Okay, everyone, let's go through passage number 5 of the story of Perseus. The Gorgon's head, res difficilema erat, caput Gorgonis abscidere. Erat, it was, obviously he, she, it, in this case it was, a difficilema res, it was a very difficult matter. Notice that ending of difficilema, which is going to tell us that we are dealing there with a superlative. It was very difficult, it was a very difficult task. Res there, we have the word res, if you remember, fifth declension noun. It was a very difficult task. Abscidere, a very common fifth declension noun. It means so many different things. People use the word thing, for instance, thing or matter. I like the word matter as a general one, but I think here task. It was a very difficult task. Abscidere, that's an infinitive, to cut off the head. Gorgonis, that's going to be a genitive, the head of the Gorgon. Eos enim, for. Homines, people, verte bantor, that's going to be an imperfect passive. For people were being turned, conspectu, ablative there, by the appearance, eos, of her. For people were being turned by her sight, in saxum, into rock. For people were turned by her vision, by her sight, into rock, into stone, maybe. Propter hanc causam, on account of this cause, Minerva, the Roman version of the goddess Athena, the goddess of wisdom. On account of this cause, Minerva dederat, look at that ending, that's going to be a pluperfect active ending. Minerva had given a speculum, a mirror, Perseo, dative, to Perseus. Ille igitur, change of subject. He, therefore, turned his back, and he inspiciebat in speculum, and he was looking into the mirror. Hoc modo, this is quite common in Latin, this phrase, hoc modo, ablative, by this method, by this way, in this way perhaps. In this way, he venit ad locum, he came to the place ubi where Medusa imperfect dormiebat was sleeping. Tum falce sua caput eos uno icto abscidit. Then, with his sickle, he abscidit, he cut off eos caput, the head of that woman, her head, with uno ictu, with one blow. Sua, then, with his sickle, suus sua suum, a possessive pronoun that people forget, suus sua suum. With his sickle, he abscidit, so that's going to be an ablative of instrument. He cut off her head with one blow. Is that ablative of, that's by with or from, obviously ablative here, and I'm just trying to think whether that's ablative of method, ablative of manner. I suppose it is ablative of manner, the manner in which he cut it off. Cut it off with one blow. Ceterai gorgones statim. The other gorgons immediately excitatai sunt, were woken up. That's going to be the perfect passive ending. Look at this excitatai, telling us that the gorgons with that ae ending were feminine. So, the other gorgons were immediately woken up from sleep, from a dream, et ubi rem viderunt. And when they saw the matter, they ira commotai sunt. They were moved, commotai sunt, perfect passive, they were moved ira, they were moved by anger, by, with, or from here. Again, perfect passive. This is a good perfect passive exercise. Perfect passive exercise. So, the other gorgons were woken up from their sleep, e somno, following the preposition e, it's going to turn into the ablative, the case can be ablative, and when they saw the rem, when they saw the happening, when they saw the matter, they commotai sunt, they were moved by anger. Arma rapuerunt. Look at that, let's think to ourselves, okay, we're going to look for our main verb, rapuerunt. They grabbed their arma, their weapons, and they volebant, and they were wanting occidere, to kill Perseus. Again, we look for our subject. In order to find our subject, we must look for our main verb, rapuerunt, followed by volebant. It's third person plural. Well, let's look for a third person plural ending. And so the subject of this bit is going to be arma, which I suppose could be, but it wouldn't make sense if it was the arms grabbed, there'd be no object. And perseum occidere, there's no nominative plural ending there, so it has to be containing the verb subject within the verb. So, they grabbed their weapons, and they were wanting infinitive to kill Perseus. Ille, he, however, change of subject, ille, he, however, while he was fleeing, induit magicam galeam, put on his magic helmet, galeam magicam, look at that am ending, telling us we're dealing with accusatives, put on his magic helmet, et ubi hoc fecit, and when he did hoc, neuter, this thing, he statim, he immediately escaped from earum conspectu, from their sight. Very well done, everyone. That's passage number 5.